Elite Realty. Yeah, I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. Awesome. See you then. Hey friends, it's Ashley Conson with Elite Realty, and I'm here with my good friend Stacey Little. And hey, I'm going to brag on him a little bit because I know he wouldn't. He is an author of this awesome cookbook, The Southern Bite. It's got over 150 recipes, and this cookbook's just beautiful. I love it. It's full of awesome recipes, simple but delicious. And Stacey, you and I went to school together. So
we did.
We go way back. And I'm so proud of you and all your accomplishments.
Oh, you're so sweet.
You've been on Fox and Friends. You've been on the Today Show.
I have.
So it's really incredible to see you on your food blog. And where can everybody find you on your food blog? Well,
you know, it all started at southernbite.com. That's the blog that I started in 2009. And things just kind of grew from there. I got the opportunity to write the book and share my food with the world, as they say.
And I'm so glad you did, because we're enjoying it every step of the way. I've been following you. We're in your kitchen, by the way, people, and his kitchen is absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's bright and it's nicely laid out, and I love all your decor too. And when I thought about doing a show or a segment on kitchens, you're the first person that came to mind because you spend a lot of your time in the kitchen, right?
I do spend a lot of time in my kitchen. Whether I'm writing, my second book, or if I'm developing recipes for clients or doing stuff for the blog, I'm in the kitchen pretty much every day.
And this cookbook features over 150 recipes, and it goes back 4 generations. So it's kind of a tradition for you and your family to be in the kitchen.
It really is. I grew up with a mother who cooked 3 meals a day. My grandparents on both sides of the family were great cooks. My great-grandmother was a great cook, and so it's just kind of been a natural progression for me. And it was one of those things where I found myself in the kitchen but never really gave much thought to it. It was just where we congregated. It was where we were.
Right. It's where you're at home, where you're good at.
That's right.
I'm taking new homeowners to look at houses, they're first-time buyers. They don't really necessarily know what they're looking for in the kitchen yet. And I've oftentimes found that they don't know until they've already lived there.
Right.
And they feel like, oh, I wish I would have done this different, or I wish the kitchen had this or that. What are some things that you look for, you think of when you think of the perfect kitchen?
Sure. Well, first I will say that even in this kitchen, I've moved things around in this kitchen 3 or 4 times, even after living here. So I think there's a natural evolution. But I think it's important to consider how you're going to use your kitchen space. For me, obviously, there's a lot of use in this kitchen. I have a really good friend, though, that says she only has a kitchen because it came with the house. So it's really about, you have to consider, how you're going to use that space, and make sure that it's efficient. People talk about the work triangle, the space between the refrigerator, the cooktop, and the sink. That's important, but you need to kind of walk through and imagine yourself in the space and how you're going to use it. If you have kids, you need to consider that as well.
Absolutely.
How are you going to use that space?
Absolutely. With that being said, are you a stickler for kitchen organization?
Probably not as much as people expect. I think things should have their place. Just because it makes a kitchen function a lot more efficiently.
Right.
But maybe I'm not one of the ones that has everything in neatly labeled mason jars and things like that.
So for a family coming to look at a house and they're not necessarily in love with the kitchen, are there a few things that you could think of that somebody could change about the kitchen that's cost conservative? Sure.
Changing cabinet color, painting cabinets, stripping cabinets and staining cabinets. Those are easy things that even, an experienced do-it-yourself homeowner could accomplish and makes a big change. Even kitchens that have laminate. Replacing the laminate is not a huge investment, but it's something that will dramatically change the look and feel of the kitchen.
Right, and people really love those hard surface countertops.
They do.
Yeah, me too. What about somebody who's looking at a home and they don't mind splurging a little bit? Is there anything like appliances? Are they worth the splurge, or anything that you could justify spending the big bucks on?
Sure. I think countertops are important, and there's some convenience with being able to, with having, the hard surface, having the granite or whatever it might be. and being able to work directly on the surface. My kitchen countertops get a lot of use, so it was important for me to have that. I think appliances are important too. And the great thing about today's world is that there are so many mid-grade appliances that have that high-end commercial feel, but don't come with the same price tag. So you can add those types of things to the kitchen and get that same, kind of industrial feel that's really popular right now. Absolutely. Without having to write an industrial-sized check.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of, there's lots of trends out right now with kind of wild, innovative light fixtures.
Yep.
People are not necessarily shopping in big box. They're going to antique shops like your wife likes to do and I do too. So there's also bold colors people are using and all kind of different ways to innovate the kitchen that's kind of out of the box.
Sure.
So with that being said, what are your classics, like your tried and true things that you like in the kitchen?
I like things that are a little more classic, that are going to kind of stand the test of time. Your home should be a reflection of you. Right?
Yeah, sure.
And I think that's really important. I see a lot of people who decorate their home by running to the big box store and buying stuff to fill the walls. And I hate to see that sometimes, because for us, it was really about living in the space before we started decorating, finding out where we wanted things to go, and filling our home with things that had memories. So it might be something that we pick up on one of our vacations that we want on this certain spot of the wall, and then every time we see it, we're reminded of that.
Absolutely.
So it's not something that, we just ran out and picked up. It's something that has a story or it has a memory associated with it. So I think it's important to fill your home and surround yourself with those types of things, and that's kind of what we've done here in the kitchen.
Yeah, I love your kitchen again. It's perfect. And before we conclude, I just want to ask you something silly if you want to roll with me, because you're fun and I'm curious. Okay, Stacey Little has to eat one meal every day for the rest of his life. What would it be?
Oh wow. I get asked all the time things like, what's your favorite food, or even from the book, what's your favorite thing from the book? And there are so many things. I think that's one of the things about being somebody who's not a picky eater. I like everything, and so it's really hard to narrow it down. I think if I had to pick one thing, I would probably choose something classic, like a southern vegetable plate. Like, I love to go to a meat and three and just get a vegetable plate and, collard greens and black-eyed peas and all that kind of stuff. So I think if I had to choose one thing, that's probably what I would choose.
Oh, that's awesome. You're making me hungry. We're going to have to wrap up so we can go get some lunch.
We can do it.
Guys, you heard it here. Stacey Little, he's got an awesome cookbook. I hope you all will don't walk, run and get this bestseller, The Southern Bite. Check them out on thesouthernbite.com. Thanks so much. I hope you like this video. Give it a share. I'll see y'all soon. And y'all be sure to keep following me on Facebook.com/calloneshley. I'm with Elite Realty, and you can follow me on my YouTube channel too. I'll be sure to find you that perfect home with that perfect kitchen. Put the flour down. Okay, what am I going to say? What am I saying right now? And y'all, if you want to follow me on Facebook, that would be awesome.
I just didn't know all this stuff you were going to learn today.
I know!